Hey all, this is your narrator ever. So today we are looking at one of the greatest battles that took place in World War II. It was a day that was met with many tragic moments for both sides of the war, and it was a day that inspired people to make games and movies about it so we can remember it for future generations to come. This day can be called Operation Overlord, or more commonly known as D-Day. Within D-Day, there were 5 beach sites codenamed Juno, Sword, Gold, Utah, and Omaha. We will take on a journey to see what happened on each of the 5 beach sites. Before we take a look within the beach sites, let's discuss a bit about the planning phase before Operation Overlord had the clear to go. Before anything else, the Allied troops would need to plan out the setup for the attack against Normandy, which was the name of the invaded France. The United States was involved in the war since Japan bombed Hawaii with Pearl Harbor. The British and Canadians fought because of their alliance with the Allied power. The Allied power had a clear vision on the attack to liberate France from Germany. The US would take on Beach Utah and Beach Omaha, while the British Canadian would take on Beach Sword, Gold, and Juno. With 2 years of planning for this operation to free France, the Allied power would be ready to attack. Bombing raids were sent out to weaken the weaponry of the Axis power. Then the question was asked, when would they attack? The Allies were successful in making a plan to attack Germany. This same plan is what Germany needed to better understand the attack. Nevertheless, Germany prepared strong defenses which included deadly mines, barbed wire, obstacles, and anti-tank ditches to combat against the Allied power. Germany prepared the best they could, though a question remained unanswered. When and where would the Allies attack? This secret was well kept from the Allied power. To further complicate things for Germany, Allied agents would spread false rumors for the location and the time of the attack. The weather and ocean currents kept on delaying the attack. At this rate, it may take about a month before the operation can be taken into action. Soldiers were getting anxious with each passing day. Rations were slowly running low. It would be soon when news got around that June 6th would be the best bet to fight. It is June 6th, 1944. The Allies are on the arrival to the beach sites. Soldiers are seasick from this long boat ride. Most are scared. Some are writing letters to their loved ones in case if they don't make it out alive. Battleships fire towards the Axis power, further weakening their defenses. The Canadian troops are up against Juno Beach, a battle where there will be a lot of miscommunication with one another. Casualties are seen from the beach floors, but Beach Juno is successfully taken over. The British had much success in taking over Beaches Gold and Sword. Both Canadian and British troops will link up at some point. Though, these 3 beach sites can't compare to what the US had to go through. Landing crafts drop down the door. Bullets and artillery shots are fired from all directions. It would be too soon for the Germans to think that they've won that day, for there are Allied troops that keep on coming to give their best in the battlefield. 25% of the US troops are engineers that came along to fight on the worst battle of all. Omaha Beach was the deadliest beach for the American soldiers. The steep pathway meant that ropes would be necessary to climb up to the battlefield. The casualties were heavy, with 2,500 Allied troops, mostly American, losing their lives in the battle. It's been so tragic that Omaha has earned the name Bloody Omaha. Omaha Beach is one of the more iconic and well-known beaches that's gained the most attraction. The American soldiers also took on the much smoother ground that is Utah Beach. Utah Beach is another beach that's filled with tragic moments for the Allied troops. The Germans were well defended, though the defense system is not able to compare to the one on Omaha Beach. There was a lot of blood on each codenamed beach. The Allies and Axis power faced much tragic moments on this long day. At the same time, the Allies triumphed at the liberation of France. All the while, the Axis triumphed with a strong defense system. The war would soon be over.